If you are a contractor or manufacturer, then your mod score is probably something you've heard of. You'll either hear ERM, which stands for Experience Rate Mod, or just a mod score. And what that does is it affects your workers' comp in a couple of ways. So one, it affects pricing, and then two, it could affect bid eligibility if you're a contractor. And here's why. So mod score, you see the 1.0. This is basically a C average. And if you have a 1.0 mod score, you're doing about as expected per your industry. So what happens if you have a higher or a lower? So if you have a higher mod score, let's just say you had a 1.2. This is essentially a 20% surcharge on your workers' comp premium. If you have a lower one, if you have a 0.8, it's a 20% discount. So how do they come up with this? This is a calculation based on your 3 previous years of workers' comp claim experience compared to what it should be or what the average is for the industry. So one of the things that we can do to protect this score, to make sure we're not overpaying on our premiums and to make sure that we're not being overlooked for potential bid opportunities, is we like to do a mod defense. One of the best ways that you can protect your mod score is with a light duty return to work program. Here's why. Your mod is calculated based on the total loss, the total amount of the claim, the workers' comp claim, but there's a caveat. So if we have a $10,000 workers' comp claim and we have 2 parts to it. In the workers' comp, you have your medical. Let's switch markers here. You have your medical and you have indemnity. And medical is exactly what it sounds like. Medical expenses, treatment. Indemnity is going to be your loss of use, right? So if you're paying for them to be out of work. So if they don't come back to work, you're having to pay for them to be out. Workers' comp has to pay their salary or their income for that time. This is an indemnity payout. If you've got a return to work program, maybe it's a light duty. Somebody can come back, hey, I need you to clean the shop, I need you to organize these files, hey, I need you to manage this. I've got a project that I need you to do. And you don't have to, your workers' comp doesn't have to pay indemnity. You can keep paying them from the company. If it's a medical only, then it is a 70%, write that down here, 70% discount on the mod impact. So a $10,000, if there's $1 paid of indemnity, you are going to take the hit from all $10,000 of that workers' comp claim. If not, if you can get somebody back to work, they can recover better at work. Statistics show that when they're at work, they're going to recover quicker. It's going to tend to not drag out as long. It's going to be less payout. So insurance companies reward that by saying, hey, if there's no indemnity, we're going to give you a 70% discount on your mod score. This is only going to count as $3,000. So that is going to be a long-term play for business owners and one of the best things that you can do to protect your mod score. If you haven't had a conversation with your agent about your mod score or your ERM, you want a second set of eyes, one of the things that we do is we actually like to, this is a bad word, audit, but we like to review your current mod score to make sure it's accurate. We can help put together a strategy to drive this down over the long term, because ultimately that is how we work. We work with our full risk management, an insurance company here. We work with businesses to drive down the cost of insurance over time. We're looking at total cost of risk. We're not just looking at, hey, your policy this year. We're in it for the long haul, and that's what we build. We build strategies. Give us a call.